They played so well all season, they still finished with a 13-1 record on the year. Plus, they've got a lot of their offense coming back next year, so this is a team that's very confident in next season. Of course, it's going to take a little while for the sting of this one to wear off. From Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Tommy Thrall, Channel 3 Sports. Dominant just doesn't seem to justify Alabama's recent rule of college football. Coach, great to go on the road. You got out of the state of Florida and got yourself a win.
Yeah, very excited for our guys to be able to do that, finally get a win outside of the state. As you mentioned, that was one of the goals that we had last week.
You haven't seen the offense struggle like that this season at all. It just looked like Caleb was a little bit out of sync in that one.
Yeah, and I think he was.
Still plenty more to get to. We look ahead to this weekend's football game against Shorter when we bring back head coach Pete Shinnick. You're watching the Coach Shinnick Show from Casino Beach Bar and Grill on the UWF Sports Network. A couple of guys that you want to keep an eye on tonight for Biloxi. Brett Phillips finally breaking out, and the Wahoos are certainly happy to have Bo Amaral back.
Yeah, Brett Phillips, a Brewers top draft pick. Right now, he's hotter than Pokemon Go. He's 12 for his last 25.
Let's welcome in the third member of our broadcast team with more on this series between these two teams, Carly McCord. Alabama handed the college football world its playoff shakeup that everybody'd been waiting for. To do it, they had to disrupt one of the top offenses not only in the conference but also in the nation. Sebastian Elizalde really hit well to start the season, but has cooled off in July dramatically as he takes the first pitch way low and inside. Elizalde only hitting 179 in July. And his average has reflected that, dipping down to 266. He was hitting 299 at the end of June.
I wouldn't even throw over if I was Hall at this point. You got a guy 5 for 8, and you got one of the better catchers in minor league baseball. Just let him run.
Elizalde puts a charge into this one. Phillips going back, and he's out of room. Elizalde gets the Blue Wahoos on the board with his 4th home run of the year. RBIs 27 and 28.
This lineup's like the California Collegiate All-Star team. There are a lot of California guys in this lineup.
He's loaded with them. Stanford, UCLA, Pepperdine with Vinci, strike one.
I was talking to Zach Vinci's former coach, Rick Hertensteiner. And we'll start by that black eye right there that you see. We're going to get a little chronicle of how tough this kid is.
Down and away to even the count.
Well, the other night he fouls one on a pitch and it comes right back and hits him right in the eye.
You can still see the cut there, just below the black eye.
And he didn't want to leave the game. He was fighting Pat Kelly tooth and nail to stay in. I said, Pat, this sounds like the story I heard from his college coach.
And Vinci jumps on a 1-1 pitch and sends it to left, and Cooper won't get that. It's over his head. Sparks being waved around third. He will score. Vinci with an RBI double. Always great games. Last year it was Choctaw pretty well handling Navarre in the playoffs, knocked him out of the postseason. Now a flag before we even get started.
Dead ball, false start. Offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
So they went 5 yards backwards on the kickoff, and now they go 5 yards backwards with a penalty. False start for Choctaw. And one of the things that Greg Thomas said earlier in the week when I was talking to him is that they have to play flawless. They can't make mistakes. They swing it out right side. Caught by Chris Pickett. Hits the corner and has the first down across the 30 before he's shoved out of bounds by Tommy Leggett.
Nice pass right there. You can see this offense is going to want to move the ball down the field. Jake Fairley is a quarterback that can beat you with his arm, but also can beat you with his legs. A very good dual-threat quarterback, and he has kept a lot of the teams this year defensively on their toes. So expect big things, especially in that read option.
Threw for over 100 yards last week. Wants to throw here. Going deep over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Vidal Merrill, but he had him overthrown. Great coverage out there as well. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
I like the call there, Tommy. You're on the road. You got a huge crowd here for Navarre. You want to make the big play happen. You want to strike with the big touchdown. Get the crowd out of it. Not a bad attempt right there. You still got another possession. I like the play call there by Choctawhatchee.
2nd and 10. Fairley under center, I formation. And they'll hand it off. They run it straight up the middle. A couple of yards on the play with Marquise Kane getting the carry. He had 116 yards on the ground last week.
And the Steelers at home hosting the Giants. Roethlisberger trying to make something happen here. Directs traffic and says, I want Antonio Brown right there. Back of the end zone, makes the leaping catch for the 22-yard touchdown. Washington High's Ladarius Green has missed much of his first season with the Steelers. This was his 4th game since coming off the physically unable to perform list. Roethlisberger finds Green. 20-yard strike. Steelers going to win it 24-14.
Thanks, Steve. The college football playoff is set with no surprises. Alabama leads the pack. The Tide's perfect season will be tested by Washington in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl in Atlanta. Number 3, Clemson will tangle with number 2, Ohio State, in the PlayStation Fiesta Bowl in Glendale. Navarre's Jordan Leggett helped the Tigers pass Virginia Tech with a pair of touchdown receptions in last night's ACC title match. The Buckeyes are in despite not winning or even playing in the Big Ten Championship. The Buckeyes did, however, play the toughest schedule of anybody with 4 games against teams ranked in the top 10. 3 of those were on the road.